See, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. And my last video was tucked down too on this. A lot of, look here. If you've been in a relationship with a guy, this for all my sisters out here. Don't take shit the wrong way. I'm just saying. If you've been with a motherfucker for 4 or 5 years, if you have children with this motherfucker, but he not once put a ring on your finger, that nigga wasn't planning on marrying you in the first place. He just stuck with you. He stuck with you because he got children by you. He didn't want a motherfucker. Actually, his plan and goals wasn't to really marry you. See, most people, if you head over heels with a woman or a woman as a guy, it's a guy initiate the marriage. A guy will tell a woman, hey, look, I want to marry you. I'll put a ring on your finger. Now, you'll have some guys that'll have certain women that they'll want to lock down for themselves but don't really want to marry. You have those situations as well where you'll have a guy, he like this woman, but he don't want nobody else to have her. So he'll lock her up and then knock her up with kids. But he still want to do his damn thing, thug fizzle on too, you know. You got those situations and women fall for that shit. And see, the thing is, everybody always, a lot of these niggas fuck me up when they told you, these women, they want people to road dog them. Nah, nigga, a lot of y'all do that shit too. A lot of niggas say, I don't like condoms, man. And they'll actually fuck with a chick and act like they put the condom on and don't. You have those situations. I know y'all Negroes, man, like the back of my hand. I'm gonna let y'all know. For all y'all black men and women, especially y'all, no matter if you come from an uppity class in the black community or you come from the hood, I know y'all Negroes, like David Curl said, I know y'all Negroes like a frog on an examining table. I know y'all, man. I know y'all. See, the thing is, how these Negroes operate. If you've been in a relationship with that brother for 3 or 4 years, sister, and you have your first child by that dude, now he knows his child, you know it's his child, so y'all have a child together, you dig? Okay, no ring, you thinking what? Someone down the line, hopefully in your mind, you hopefully saying he want to marry you. And don't sit up there and say, well, really, I ain't want to marry him, so you just gonna have children with the nigga then. Just have children, all kinds of children out of wedlock, but you really didn't want to marry the nigga. You just want to have a whole bunch of children with you, just ruining your chance of even having another relationship, getting another meaningful relationship. He done fucked that, dashed that up, fucked that all up by you having 3 or 4 kids with a motherfucker. Now, I'm not saying children are a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, that do lower your chance of finding a potential mate. Because you got a lot of guys that don't want to be with women that have multiple kids. You got a lot of guys who not, I'm just keeping it 100. You got guys that don't want to get with women with no kids. They don't want to deal with those problems from baby daddy drama. Those guys don't want to deal with that. And a lot of women don't want to deal with that if you're a dude that got different baby mamas and shit like that. You got women like, nah, nigga, you got too many damn baby mamas. I ain't fucking with you. Unless you got money and shit like Shorty Low or Future or Nick Cannon, then they might consider it. Because then they don't mind being one of the baby mamas and shit. Because then you got sisters like that too, them dumbass broads. You already know this nigga Shorty Low got numerous baby mamas, but yet you want to be the next baby mama. Same thing with Nick Cannon and Future. Y'all, they be knowing Future fucked up. Got multiple baby mamas. But what them women do, open their legs up, let him pound them with a kid, and now they the next baby mama. They the what? The 7th or 8th baby mama of Future? Hell, shit, they one of the baby mamas. Just say it like that. But y'all got sisters that actually do that shit, that'll get knocked up with a nigga's baby, and knowing that nigga got multiple kids with other women. So on both ends of the spectrum, it's all fucked up. And it's fucked up to the kids as well, for the kids as well. Because every time, especially if you're a woman got multiple baby daddies, and every time one of the baby daddies come to get their kid, then those kids feeling a certain kind of way about, like, damn, where my daddy at? Why my daddy don't come over here and pick me up like little Terrell? And then the mama gotta tell you something. Well, son, your daddy ain't about shit. Not that your daddy ain't about shit. The thing is, she probably done laid up with so many niggas, she don't know who the baby daddy is. they gonna silence this video. But I'm just saying, you got a lot of women that always blame a lot of guys, but they done laid up with a lot of dudes. That baby could be anybody. It could be that mama's baby, daddy's baby. So you got a lot of women in the hood that's like this, that in the community like this. Now, a lot of these women don't like for me to talk about this shit. They don't want me. A lot of these Negroes don't like for me to talk about the shit about their bullshit. A lot of these Negroes, man, don't even like to discuss a whole lot of shit in their life, man. That a lot of it stem from psychological problems with not having a daddy in the house and just a mama. That's why I keep telling y'all that the black community is technically a matriarchy. When somebody said the black community is a patriarchy, I said, well, we had patriarchy, but that was destroyed. So now what we have is a matriarchy running the black community. Women actually run the community. Let's keep it real. Women run the black community. That men, this whole notion that these divestment chicks always talking about Blackistan. Blackistan is actually black women's creation. That is y'all creation. And that y'all made that. Y'all listen to this feminist woman named Gloria Steinem back in the late 60s, the early 70s. She told y'all you could be independent, a woman. And they got what? Y'all got Alice Walker and the Color Purple, then the remix flop. The remix of the Color Purple flop like a motherfucker. You had homegirl complaining about how much pay she was getting paid from Oprah Winfrey. Okra. She didn't pay Taji Henson. She didn't pay her shit for that role but a couple $1,000. And she was up there crying like a motherfucker. And a lot of black Hollywood actors are up there crying and shit because they feel they ain't getting paid enough money for what they do. I was like, well then, motherfucker, why don't y'all create y'all own industry, and then y'all won't have to worry about the Harvey Weinsteins and shit like that. Y'all won't have to, because y'all now funding y'all own shit. Same thing with the music industry. But then again, you have Negroes that do that, then they turn out like P. Diddy, Jay-Z and all that, all fucked up and shit, and wanna have islands like Epstein and shit, these fantasy islands, and in these religious occultist motherfuckers like T.D. Jakes that run under the radar and be doing all kind of shit, but nobody don't pay attention because he a religious man. He's a religious man of God. So nobody don't never want to hold these motherfuckers accountable. Until now. People should have been eyeing P. Diddy back when he had making of the band, how he was doing them kids. They should have said something about him then. The goofy shit that nigga was doing. I never could stand that nigga. That's one of the niggas I couldn't even stand was P. Diddy. But I digress.